there. You'll be able to pull comments up, right? Good evening. What's up, Bearded Fat Man? Joe Gampo, what's going on? What's going on? We've had a hell of a day. A hell of an evening. Day. Okay, so I'll wait a minute or two. Show me guy, what's up, man? I'm still asking around about a trainer, show me guy. I got Heathens Trucking LLC is trying to confirm right now whether or not he has a vacation. If not, he might take you. He's a great dude.
Frosted Flakes says not to forget to tell
tell more.
Buy more trailers.
Yeah, I'll give Rob a call. Hey man, buy more trailers. The 30,000 trailers you own is not enough.
Some security guard at that place says you need to.
You look like you're ready to get some rest. Oh yeah, I am freaking exhausted. Okay, so I haven't been to Boston in a truck
Ever.
since TNT.
Oh.
So I haven't been to Boston in a truck since TNT. And we've blacklisted the city, like, to never come to Boston. And
I've never been here in general.
she's never been, like, I've been to Boston before. I love the city of Boston. Like, coming in a four-wheeler. I've drank in the Green Dragon Saloon where the revolution was planned. I've walked where the shot heard around the world took place, with the British. Cool city. Not cool in a truck.
I don't think it would be cool in a car. Like, somebody else would need to be driving.
I like the city. But anyway, it's been on our blacklist. But this load, like, we just, just like $3 a mile. So it was a FedEx load. Some of you guys are probably familiar with FedEx. What I was not familiar with is the fact that Boston apparently has changed all of its exit numbers. So in all the instructions, exit 26.
Incredibly detailed directions.
In both GPS, the Garmin and the Qualcomm, exit 26. Yeah, very detailed instructions, exit 26. There ain't no exit 26. What's up, Million Mile Man?
Willie, I referenced you during this.
Yeah, Million Mile Man, you came up this evening.
I was literally like, you have some Willie like zen right now in this very stressful situation.
So this FedEx load had to go to Logan Airport. It's right there at the airport. But if you're in the tunnel and you miss that turn, that exit,
you're screwed.
Oh my God. Like, it was the sketchiest blindside in the middle of a neighborhood that we were not supposed to be in that I've ever had to make, by far.
Because Qualcomm was really considerate and it wanted us to just take a car-friendly roundabout.
Yeah, Qualcomm's like, just make a U-turn in this little tiny roundabout that I couldn't even have gotten into, much less made a U-turn in. So we get in this little neighborhood in Boston over there by the airport. Like, there's batting practice happening with a little, what do you call it? The little kids? What do they call it? Little League. And I couldn't go any further. I couldn't back up. So we're just like sitting there for a couple of minutes. And I've talked about this before, about when you go out on your own, one of the freakiest things is that you get into a situation like that, there's no phone a friend. You're just like, you just got to figure shit out. So I had to blindside into this motel parking lot. off of a little tiny street in a neighborhood.
Well, be fair though, you weren't exactly alone because at least you had a spotter.
Yeah, I did have a spotter
with a very vibrant safety vest.
but
to make sure it was clear.
the way that I had to do this was there was like this point, this corner, and the street split off in two different directions. In one direction it was no entry, it was one way, but I had to go in that way. And so because of that, I couldn't see traffic coming in any direction. So she went out and spotted to make sure traffic wasn't coming. And then I blindsided into that motel parking lot. It was rather
and to
stressful.
Be perfectly honest, if it's one of those situations where you wonder, like, okay, do we call like local PD to have them help us out? And if just because we didn't want to go any further because it could get so much worse.
I was pretty close to like, okay, we're gonna have to call the police.
Yeah, but what he figured out is, I'm sure, exactly what they would have suggested and they would have guided to do.
Yeah, that's what. What we had to do is what they would have told us to do.
Yeah.
But anyway, Million Mile Man. After that whole situation, which was terrible, just terrible. Jenna had said something that Long Haul Gypsy said to her, which was that when you guys got into a little bit of a jam, you were just like, calm down,
Just gotta figure it out.
Just gotta figure it out. And you guys backed up like a mile up a street or something. I don't remember what. I'm not sure exactly what. But it is like, and it's hard. It's hard to remain calm. So yeah, we took a truck into a residential neighborhood in Boston.
Well,
by the airport.
We weren't in the residential neighborhood yet because...
Yes, we were.
Well, no, because there was still a hotel and a park.
It doesn't matter. Like, it was houses. And not just houses, it was walk-ups.
Further.
No, we were in a residential neighborhood with a truck. There is no question.
I would say we were in just the tip.
Well, you weren't the one behind the steering wheel.
Robert, we are headed to Ben and Jerry's soon.
Yeah,
that's our next load.
But on that question, we didn't take 95. We took 84. We went up to Pittston and took 84 across, which I always go that way. I don't go through New York, or we go through New York State. So we took 84 and then took 90.
Scotty, I salute you. Scotty B says, I drive a tractor trailer in Boston almost every day because he says, welcome to my home state. I salute you. I would not want your job.
Okay, so if you drive in Boston, you know where 90 ends right there by Logan Airport. Yeah, we kept going. We kept going.
I don't always go the extra mile, but when I do, it's because I missed my exit.
We kept going. Because in the tunnel, it just says airport, like rental cars, and it doesn't say exit 26. Well, in most airport areas, you don't want to, with a truck, take that exit. If it says terminals and rental cars, in most cities, you don't want to take that exit. So we didn't take that exit because it wasn't 26. Anyway, so yeah, it was an epic load. I'll take that load again now because I know, I understand it. I will not take any other load to Boston.
Yes, Scotty B. Scotty B says what makes it worse is the renumbering.
Yes, exactly.
That's what screwed us up.
Exactly. And I don't just blindly follow GPS either, but the instructions in the load that came with the load, it's had like 3 different explanations, which all led to exit 26. There's no damn exit 26 in Boston.
Hey, Trucker John.
Then when we left, we missed an exit because there's no exit 35 either. And there's no exit 15. They're not even close. They're like hundreds and somethings. Oh yeah, that's George Washington Bridge. That's why I don't go that way. Anyway, that was an excellent excellent paying load. Yeah, none of the GPS, our Garmin wasn't updated, Google Maps wasn't updated, and
Not that we
Qualcomm was
rely
not
on-
updated.
Not that we rely on.
Yeah, we
Google
don't
Maps,
rely-
but we were hoping
we don't
maybe
rely on
that
we don't
was-
rely on any of them, but when the instructions are so blatantly clear that it's exit 26, you know, like but anyway, so I pulled up load. So we stopped before we got to Boston, and I pulled up load choice. I didn't sleep hardly at all today. Well, she ran her clock down to what, 28 minutes?
Yeah.
She ran her clock down to 28 minutes. So I went ahead and took the load into Boston, and I pulled over 60 miles out of Boston because I was able to pull up load choice. And there were 2 FedEx loads going out of New Jersey. Didn't really pay that well, but I wasn't going to go back down through New York. No way. And then there were 4 Ben & Jerry's loads. 3 of them were Henderson, which I do not do the Ben & Jerry's Henderson load. No way. We've done it several times. I won't do it anymore. But they had a decently paying Ben & Jerry's load to Sikeston, Missouri, which I didn't even know there was a Ben & Jerry's load to Sikeston. So I was really excited about that. So we jumped on that. But man, freaking Boston, holy crap. If you're going to change your exit numbers, can you at least like keep them in the same galaxy? Like they're not even, you're like looking for exit 26 and it's like, here's exit 1032 A, B, C, D, E. It's not really that extreme, but it feels that extreme when you're driving a truck.
It feels like you're like driving and looking for your exit number, and then it's just Egyptian hieroglyphs. Like that's how much different.
I don't think I've cursed that much in the last month that I did. Oh, and another thing, you guys who haul ice cream, you know how the you know how the reefer like they send an auto pre-trip to the reefer when you're hauling ice cream?
That's on me.
So we pulled into this little oasis, and I'm like, is that the reefer right here running? Because I'm so rattled from everything that happened in Boston. Like, I'm rattled, and I'm tired, and sleep for shit today. And Jenna just leaps out and goes and shuts the reefer off.
And then I look on the Qualcomm and open a message that says, we're doing an automatic pre-trip.
Yeah.
Please do not turn your reefer on. It should take about 45 minutes.
It dawned on me as soon as she's back there turning the reefer off, right then it hit me. I was like, oh shit, that's the auto pre-trip that they're running because we're hauling ice cream.
What a day.
So we don't have to pick this load up, and that was another reason I just wanted to sleep tonight. We don't have to pick this load up until this whole load, like yesterday we were jammed up trying to get out of Memphis because they found a freaking dead body.
Yeah, that's true.
On the side of the road, the side of the highway. One of the guys who mows the show, you know, the, what would you call it, sides of the interstates.
Okay, so apparently it's called like a bush hog or something, but the guy called it a mowing tractor.
Mowing tractor. On the guy on a CV. Well, it's a mowing tractor over there. Looks like he came across a dead body at his crime scene investigation. All kinds of cops found a dead body. So this is a FedEx load, which, you know, they say that they average it for 45 miles per hour. Bullshit. The math does not work out. It doesn't. If you drove 45 miles per hour nonstop all the way to Boston, the math does not work out. So we were jammed up in Memphis yesterday trying to get out of Memphis. A freaking dead body on the side of the interstate. We were already behind schedule. So we had to haul ass nonstop all the way up here. And we're just exhausted, man. So that was another reason I was really happy that there was a ice cream load going to Sikeston, Missouri, which there's a really good Tyson plant just across in Tennessee. I want to say like 45 miles from Sikeston.
So John Hudson Valley says up north they recently changed all the numbers to higher numbers too, and that he has no idea why it's like exit 13 is now 68. But Robert H. explains it. He says the new exits are to match the mile marker numbers.
Okay, but all right, I understand that, but is anyone really looking for mile markers in the middle of the city of Boston?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you be looking for like Cambridge Avenue, not mile marker 135? I understand mile markers outside of the city, but was anyone really complaining that it was called exit 26 to get to the airport?
American Life Video says just had a 12-hour-long load at Lineage Walmart out of Colton. I better get my detention pay. They're normally pretty good.
Yeah, Colton,
should be okay.
Yeah, you'll get your detention out of Colton.
John Hudson says
we spent was it Christmas Eve?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we spent Christmas Eve at Colton, and we got a lot of detention because apparently everybody just bailed.
Good night, show me guy.
Like half the employees just bailed and went home for Christmas Eve, and our trailer was half loaded, so there was like a skeleton crew, and we spent most of Christmas Eve and Christmas morning at the Colton, California Walmart.
John Hudson Valley says I was in New Hampshire last week and it happened to me. I called Garmin. They have to wait for the state to send them updates, and then they will send an update to all GPS. That sucks.
So stupid. They should have done that like before.
So we can plan on them sending the update next year when they decide it was a stupid idea and revert it back to the way that it was. Got it.
So dumb.
Trucker John said a while back that he loves us and we need to do a meetup, and then he's clowning on me because it's my bedtime.
Yeah.
I need to show you Craig's puppy because he sent me a picture of the puppy. Scotty B says in the long run it'll make it easier if they ever have to add an exit. It's got me screwed up, and I've lived in Massachusetts my whole life. I can see that.
I guess I just don't understand was it broken? I don't.
I think I remember reading something about like the federal level.
Oh, well, that's
whatever.
Great. Well, that tells you right there that why it's screwed up.
Like they wanted all the states to be in like.
Never underestimate the federal government's ability to screw something up.
I feel like that's what it was. I could be wrong, but I think I might have read something about that.
All I know is I needed to take exit 26, exit 35, and exit 15, and if those three were called that, we would have had no problems in Boston.
So American Life Video says also, why does the Qualcomm always shut down near St. Louis? Anybody else have this experience?
Yeah, it does. St. Louis, there's a place in Dallas, a couple other cities where Qualcomm just completely commits suicide, and can't. I don't know why that is. But St. Louis now, the bypass is back open, so it works through the bypass. You take the bypass now.
Trucker John wants to know when we're doing a Remy video. We still need to do a day in the life of Remy. Trucker John's been asking that pretty much as long as
it would have to have very dramatic music,
black and white filters to make it look really serious.
Yeah. For sure.
We'll definitely do that because a lot of people ask about having a big dog on the truck and how we make it work. It's just one of those things that I don't know. We just always, I guess, forget when we're out on the road. Like, I don't know. We'll do it.
You know what I'm really excited about is that this Oasis we're at has a honeydew donuts. And we're going to stay here until the morning. Shoestring, enjoy your 34-hour reset. Shoestring truckers taking a 34 in Greenville, North Carolina. Greenville? Is that where that Petro is with the... Is Greenville where the Petro is that has the Quaker Steak and Lube and a bowling alley?
I think it is.
Isn't that it? Isn't that where that was?
I think that might be.
I think it's Greenville where there's a badass Petro that's got a Quaker Steak and Lube and a bowling alley in the truck stop.
Yeah, it might be that one. Because whatever, the one that you're talking about, I got you Quaker steak there. Scotty B says, yes, it is a federal numbering system for all major highways. So thanks, government. Always helping everybody out. We appreciate you, federal government.
Craig, we are headed to Sykeston, Missouri.
So Trucker John says, I want a German Shepherd. Is that the best?
Yes.
You were asking two very biased people.
Yes.
I would say yes. And if you want to talk German Shepherds and what they're like and what to expect and all that, get my phone number from Eric. And
I'll tell you this: a German Shepherd, their whole world exists to love you and be loved by you. Mm-hmm. That is their existence, and to protect you. And they don't really care about anybody else or anything else. They don't really need to make friends with anybody else. Not that they're all mean. They're not. I'm just saying, like, the only thing that matters to them is you.
And you being happy with them.
You being happy with them.
Like, it's actually kind of heartbreaking. So if she's being a putz and you call her, I don't even want to say the word, so I'm going to spell it. If you call her BAD, she's going to do everything in her power to convince you that she's not BAD. Like, she's gonna paw at you, she's gonna cry, she's gonna rub her cheek on your cheek and try to hug you. Like, it's the most pathetic thing ever. She's like, I'm so sorry. Like, and that's just how they are, because they're so sensitive and emotionally, like, attached to you. Like, they don't want you to be mad at them.
And they have, I think, just the right amount of energy. They're not a super lazy dog, but once they grow up, 2 years or so, they like to lounge. Mm-hmm. So,
well, depending on the line. So, like, yeah.
I mean, they're not just a dumb lazy dog,
Yeah, like she wants to party when we want to party, and she's also completely content to hang out and just chill as well.
Yeah. Now, on your question of puppy, well, Remy's always lived on the road, so she's been trained really well on the road. I'll say this: there is a special bond if you have them from puppy up. Mm-hmm. A very unique, special bond. So, and it's really interesting, with her, like, if I try to hold Jenna's hand,
that's not allowed.
It's not acceptable, Like, she's daddy's little girl, and she doesn't want anyone else to get any of my love.
Yeah, like, if we're in bed at home or on the couch and I'm trying to sit next to Eric and cuddle, she becomes the hot dog to our hot dog bun and wedges herself up between the two, and will turn and use all four legs to slowly push me away from Eric because she wants all of his attention. And that's not to say she doesn't love me. She just loves him more. So, like,
her relationship with Jenna is different. Like, if she gets a sticker in her foot, if she's hurt, she goes to mom.
Yeah. Shoestring Trucker, that is absolutely amazing. He says, just got my 23-year safe driver award. Knocking on wood, 2 more years is a $10,000 bonus. That is amazing.
Yeah,
congratulations.
That's awesome. Here I am excited. I still haven't picked up my 2-year PTC and safety awards. And I'm excited about that. 23 years is crazy.
Hey, Jacob. How's it going? He says, sup, y'all.
Sup.
Oh, man.
We got the last spot at an Oasis. Parked right before we went live. Is that a ring? I think it's a ring for 2 years PTC.
Yeah. James Taylor says, yeah, Eric, can you tell me why you think a dog should be on a truck? Well, I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and answer that. A dog shouldn't be on every truck. It depends on the owner. It depends on that owner. being very aware of that particular dog's that dog breed and that dog, and like as an individual, being aware of their needs. It is not for everybody, because,
and it's not for every dog either.
Yeah, so
or every breed.
It is very much based on the individual and the individual animal.
And in fact, I'll tell you this: Remy gets restless after a few days at home.
Yeah, she wants to get on the
She
truck.
wants to get on the truck. She likes to. I mean, again, with a German Shepherd, if it's a good breed, and we think she's a pretty good breed, the only thing that matters to them is being next to you. So she's comfortable in here. She's allowed to sleep in the bed, although she sleeps right here next to my seat when I'm driving at night. She rides over in the passenger seat. We get out with her and play BALL as often as possible. In the winter, it's a little tough for her, but
well, that's just because she's really prissy. So she wants to play in the snow. She likes the snow the first 2 or 3 snows of the season, and then she's like, okay, enough of this, and doesn't want anything to do with the snow.
She loves the truck. She recognizes the truck at home, as home. Like if we're somewhere and it's cold, she goes out, she takes care of her business, and she drags you right back to the truck. I mean, the truck is her home.
Yeah.
It's her. She feels safe. If there's like scary noises or something, airplane overhead, like she wants to get in the truck.
Yeah.
So it works really well for her. But again, she's spent her entire life on the road. That's all she knows. She was in an RV when she was a puppy, because we lived and traveled in an RV before we drove a truck. So her entire life has been on the road. I think it would be really hard on an animal. In fact, we know people who've had difficulty with animals that are a couple years old that didn't get started on a truck.
Yeah. Brett Newcomer says, "Evening, guys. Your dog sounds like she acts like mine." Jacob says that he just got food at the terminal in Springfield. Jeffro, hey, how's it going, man? Cameron Stewart says, how many years is the contract when you come to Prime Inc?
1 year.
But isn't that just if you do PSD and stuff? If you come and you already have a license?
Well, you wouldn't have a contract.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you come go through CDL school at Prime for the PSD and TNT, your contract is for 1 year. If you're talking about lease contract, that's 3 years.
But you can walk away anytime.
Yeah, you can walk away anytime. We've walked away from a lease. We're going to walk away from this lease here in 2 months.
Trucker John says he got the last spot at a Love's somewhere in Texas. You're lucky.
Well, let me rephrase that, John. We didn't get the last actual spot at this Oasis. We got the last extra spot.
Bonus spot.
We're on the 4-wheeler side, but there's a whole bunch of other trucks over here with us.
Hi, Fried Chicken. We are surviving. We're both tired.
We're about to pass out. You guys can probably tell my eyes are all like I slept probably 3 hours today.
Yeah, it was rough.
I don't know what it was. I just didn't. Sometimes it just happens. Today was one of those days.
Well, and it wasn't. If I would have been the one having to sleep, it wasn't an easy ride today because it was like traffic, construction, bumps here and there.
I don't know, it's just one of those days.
It was just one of those where the road conditions just weren't great.
I just did not sleep for shit.
Good night, Joe.
Yeah, good night, Joe.
Yeah. I think it's...
John says, yeah, I have that last spot. So your spot is extra too.
Yeah. When will we be back in Springfield?
We're looking at a week from probably Thursday. probably, roughly. I still got a lot of stuff to work on for you, Trucker John, but I need to get to my home computer so I can bust it all out. We have a MacBook on the road. It comes out maybe once or twice. Like, I have a $7,500 computer at the house, to Mac Pro, and I can bust out, I can bust out everything I need to do 10 times more efficiently on that computer. So when I go home, I catch up on everything that needs to be done on a computer.
You see Fried Chicken's comment?
Oh man, no, I wish I could be a truck driver in the U.S. I live in Italy.
Thank you for watching us from Italy. That's so cool. Like, I'm truly flattered. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm surprised there's not programs for truck drivers. You guys, I listened to Mad Gaines today. She had a broker and some guy who, I don't remember what his business was, but rates are about to explode, you guys. I think rates are right now being renegotiated by Prime for the rest of the year, but industry wide rates are being renegotiated, and they're going up. They're basically, this broker on Mad Gaines, her channel is Mad Gaines, Gaines. She's an attorney in the trucking industry, and they're saying that rates are going to be moving this year toward back to 2018-19 rates, which were excellent.
So Jim C says it's northeast. It's not easy to do anything there, including sleep. And then Scotty B also says northeast is not truck friendly at all. So they both are agreeing that it would be hard for you to sleep. Trucker John wants to know if we'll be around Springfield the 9th. I think so. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
I think.
Let's say 23rd. So yeah, probably about then. Yeah.
James Taylor says, yes, Eric, when you get your new 2022, are you going to trade your old truck in, or are you just going to keep it and hire a driver, or have you made that kind of decision?
No, we're walking away from this, and then when the time is right, we'll be ordering our second truck, which will be a Freightliner. And we have a driver lined up for that truck. We just haven't announced all that stuff yet.
So Scotty says his tractor is parked bobtail until Monday when he decides to go back to work.
How to get podcast on Sirius XM. Fried Chicken, we are not yet owner-operators. Will be.
No, Jeffro, we're not going to a freight shaker. That is for our company, our future company driver. Brett just wanted you to know that he loves the podcast you're putting out.
Thank you. Oh, I have, I'm going to be doing 4 really good episodes when I'm home, and I'll have those scheduled for weekly, but they're actually going to be interviews. One guy I really hope I can lock down for an interview that Jen and I follow on YouTube.
Ryan Hall.
Don't say it.
I thought you were gonna say.
No, I'm not gonna. It'll be an amazing interview. We're gonna have one on recruiters for mega carriers, and I've got a recruiter that I'm gonna lock down for an interview. A couple special. They're gonna be really good episodes.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about it. As far as getting a podcast on Sirius XM, I don't know, but why would you want to? I mean, podcasts on, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but between Spotify and Apple Podcasts, the downloads have been crazy. I'm really surprised at how many downloads there have been. It's crazy. But our podcast is on like 30 apps.
Jake says he sent you a text last week, Jake Erickson.
on my 417. I thought I responded to everything. I'll check.
Sorry, it's been crazy. We've been running. Had to catch up for taking 12 days off at home instead of the original 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm tired, babe.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up, but I didn't get a video made today, so I figured we'd go live and give you guys an update. But yeah, we had to do a crazy blindside to get out of a neighborhood in Boston, and we got that done. So now we're headed to Sykeston, Missouri.
931 number.
931. Okay, I'll check.
He says it was a long text. LOL.
Yeah, I'll check.
Jeffro says another couple weeks. I think Trucker John. Oh, because he was asking for the Trucker John asked what Jeffro's update was. He says another couple weeks. I think got sent home for the Rona. Boo.
Who?
Jeffro says one of my classmates got sick and I'm home for quarantine, getting paid for training while I'm home. Oh, well, geez, that's not too bad.
Scotty B, I'm with you. We will not drive anything other than Peterbilt ever again either. Your bills blew away to Cape Cod.
No.
Hey, I love the load was worth it. It was a huge pain in the ass, but I'll take it again. It was like $3 and something a mile.
Jeffro,
crazy.
Correction. You don't know if you have the Rona.
Yeah.
It can sneak up on you. I'm not gonna go there. Yeah. I was gonna say some really sarcastic stuff, but you know, I'm just poking at you.
All right, guys, we're going to bed. Thank you all for jumping on with us. We're not doing the normal 59-minute
nope
live tonight, but thank you all for jumping on. Appreciate it. Be safe.
Yes, love you all. Be safe.
Make good decisions. And as always, drive, thrive. We'll talk to you guys soon.
Good night, Willie.